Hey everyone, skull902 here for a bit of a impromptu stream. Uh, Basically, I was just like, I got some time to kill, and I'm just kind of waiting around for Sonic Song Fun Fridays to start because I'll probably hang out in the chat for that one at least for a bit again. So I was like, hi Sunswift, welcome. I was like, why don't I just do a quick old run of Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Hello, Leanne. Welcome to the stream. Uh, but yeah, I figured, why not? I love Sonic 3 and K, and I'm gonna impose a little bit of a challenge on myself. This is the way that I used to beat the game regularly, uh, but there we go. But I'm not going to go for any of the Super Emeralds in this run. I haven't done that on stream, so I'll be fucking a bit with my muscle memory here. Sonic only, as always. And this is just straight up the original 3&K, no Sonic 3 complete or anything. So yeah, for anyone who may be in my stream server on Discord, the chat is open there, so there we go. Oh, fuck. Monkey dude! Hold on. I have to restart this now. That was extremely poor judgment on my part. How you guys doing today? Yeah, no, we can't have that, Swift. So instead of just spin dashing and, going about it without really thinking, I'm just gonna gingerly make my way over there and, Monkey dude, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, Monkey dude. Alright, he didn't throw his coconut, so I think we're good. Monkey dude's a good guy. He understands that accidents happen, Hi, Sai Patel. Welcome to the stream. And again, I'm only getting the Chaos Emerald in this run. Mainly because it's faster, but I haven't beaten the game like this in a good long while anyway, so... I will need some concentration in the special stages, so... Not ignoring anyone, just, need to concentrate. Okay, there we go. Pretty good yesterday. I drew Amy Rose on paper, which I should draw on paper more often. Well, hey, I hope that went well for you, and that you're satisfied with the result of that. It's always good to be able to do traditional and digital. I may be busy on the 17th or 18th of this month, mainly in the afternoon since I would be cooking. Gotcha. I hope that your endeavors prove fruitful for you. Nope, I want that extra life. What would you be cooking? There, hopefully, something better than my gameplay here, am I right? Alright, special stage time. Again, I apologize, I'm the only one here right now, so, a little harder to concentrate on the chat. There we go. Far as I go, and how I'm doing, I just woke up not too long ago, to be perfectly honest. Again, I'm just waiting for the Sonic Song stream to start, because I figured, you know, why not hang out in the chat there again? At least for a bit. Rabbit Josh and I have been, Halloween hyping it up, watching a lot of Halloween, you know, material, or like horror films and stuff. Saw the new Scream movie, earlier this morning, and it was good. I was very thankful that it was good, because not a whole lot of the team, well, I guess Wes Craven, you know, he died, so he's not directing it, obviously. But it felt like a Scream movie. It's my least favorite out of all of them, but, you know. Okay, so on the 17th, my mom and I are cooking a cheesecake, and on the 18th, I'm making homemade lasagna. Ooh, good luck on that. Sounds good. Gamerboy, welcome to the stream. Says hello, Skull and everyone. Well, hello, hello. Doing a Chaos Emerald only run, as opposed to going for the Super Emeralds as well here, because I haven't done that on stream, surprisingly, and, you know, like I said, I figured that it would be kind of fun to, challenge myself in terms of, like, you know, fucking with my muscle memory, because, you know, I'm used to going for the Super Emeralds. That and it's faster. You know, I gotta have this ended by the time Sonic Song starts, so. Language 3, and yes, it was the beginning of the stream. It's just playing something. Oh, you sneaky. You sneaky mister. I think I caught what you said there, Swift. Yeah, you know, it'd be cool if you could send it. You know, send if you want. No pressure or anything. It's all good. Caleb Perkins, welcome to the stream. I'll get to your message in just a moment. I do need a higher level of concentration in the special stages here when I'm just by myself. So, don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. I just, you know, I'm just dumb, so I can only allocate so much space in my head to think about what I'm doing. There we go. Is it normal to wonder how long it's been since you used an emote? Caleb says, while using a fish emote. That's a very lovely looking fish. Welcome to the stream. I don't think it's weird. to answer your question. You're not dumb, you just need to focus, that's why. Well, thank you for the kind words, Gamerboy. Dylan! How we going? I spoke that rather awkwardly. How it goes? It's fine, I just woke up, pretty much, doing this to pass the time before the Sonic Song stream goes on. I'm also open in the VC in my stream server, Dylan, so if you want to hop right on in, please do. If you can. No pressure.
I admittedly asked you in general if I could hop on. I was just waiting for the all clear.
Oh, no, dude. Like, if I post a message in schedule being like, hey, I'm doing this soon, that's like the call to arms, basically.
Okay, well, I didn't want to step on any toes.
Well, I appreciate the consideration, but it's all good, my dude. Hello, Tuxicnute. Welcome to the stream. Here, let me just put Dylan's name in the title real quick.
I'm not that important. Don't worry about it.
You are a co-host. You deserve to have your name in the title if it fits. I ain't doing my co-host dirty like that.
I appreciate it, man.
No problem. Thanks for stopping by. Goodness gracious. Well, now that I'm in the special stages and I have a co-host with me, it'll be easier to tackle questions and stuff.
Yeah, you focus on the blue spheres. I'll keep an eye on the chat and let you know what's going on as far as that's concerned, because I know these levels can be a pain in the neck without having to focus on a million other things at the same time.
Yeah. Like, maybe if this were Sonic 1's special stages, or Sonic 2's special stages. Or maybe not so much Sonic 2's, actually.
Yeah, especially if you were Sonic and Tails in Sonic 2, you can't...
Exactly.
You can't stop paying attention to Tails.
A little, well, nah, you're a Tails fan. I can't say that in front of you.
It's okay. I get it. He's a pain in the neck in that game.
Very true. Very true. It's been a little while since I was in a stream, so I thought I'd drop by. Well, I appreciate that, Newt. Of Took Sickness.
The 99 newts of Took Sickness.
You know it, man.
So how... Or I guess I should have just looked, but what emerald is that? I was paying no attention at all.
I just picked up number 4.
Okay. So it's like, I looked away from my monitor for like 1 second to move some things around because I got 2 monitors going, and I was like, oh well, I completely missed that.
Fancy 2 monitor setup. Oh my goodness, look at this guy here.
Well, I'm a tech guy. I can't function without at least 2 monitors.
Sounds reasonable to me.
There's just not enough room.
Yeah. I guess when it comes to computing, I think I've always been in awe of people who can focus on more than one screen. It's like, that just sounds like, you know, I'm a guy that likes organization and everything, but goddamn, I cannot imagine a computing experience. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I finally fucking did that on stream. Oh my god, that's awesome.
What did you just do? Wow. Okay, that was epic.
And I used to be able to do that with consistency, but it has been years since I pulled that one off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Gamerboy on this one. Nice job, man.
Thank you.
They also say, bombs? You want it? Well, you got it.
What's that a reference to?
Zelda CDI, if I remember.
Ah, yeah. I keep forgetting that every time.
It's fine. There's way too many references to keep track of.
Oh, for sure. Swift says poggers, which, yeah, That was a pretty poggers moment just then. Wild Style,
Wild
hello.
Style? Oh.
Says, no worries, Dylan. Says, hey Skull, just dropping in for now. I might be back later. Also, I saw that you got 3 emeralds already. Are you going for the super emeralds too? Nice job. No, I'm doing a Chaos Emerald only run here, because it's been forever since I did one of those. That and it's faster, because, you know, I gotta be done with this by the time Sonic Song starts. So...
Yeah. Yeah, so you're just going for the standard good ending rather than the best.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing here. So I got 4 emeralds so far. And, you know, just making my way downtown to the 5th.
Tuxic, I'm assuming you mean Miles per Hour, aka Tails. I'm thinking this is a Sonic only run.
Yeah,
am I correct with that assumption?
This is absolutely Sonic only. You know, Tails, I can appreciate him wanting to help out, but he can really fuck you over so many times with the bosses and stuff, especially at the end.
This is true. I don't blame you.
It's most optimal to play as the characters by themselves.
That is very true.
Be sure to use the dizzy time counter. Well, you know, I don't think that I have, but I was certainly thinking it. At least during a couple of those special stages. I was like, you know, if Wild Style was here, there would totally be a dizzy time counter. The declaration of dizzy time would have definitely been made.
Oh yeah, because those can get pretty disorienting.
Yeah, thankfully, I don't really suffer too much from, like, KN gets motion sickness, playing those, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thankful to be in a position where I'm just like, yeah, I can play this normally. Speaking of which...
I'm pretty much the same way. But you were saying?
God, what was I saying about, like, I guess, dizzy time, I guess? I think I made my point on that one.
Don't you just love when you lose your train of thought?
Oh, absolutely.
Hello, Katie Love to Sing VA, welcome.
Hello, Katie. Welcome to the stream. I think before then I was just talking about how I need to hurry and get this done before the Sonic Song stream starts. So that's why I'm doing a Chaos Emerald only run, as opposed to getting the Super Emeralds, because that takes up more time. That and you know, it's something I've not done in a very long time. Yeah. I always make sure to get perfects on Chaos Emerald 1, 2, and 5. If I'm playing as Tails, I also try to do it on 3 and 4, just because I like the guaranteed lives.
Tuxic and Gamer Boy are both talking about the fact that Tails, you know, missing is definitely gonna hurt Sonic a little bit with the swimming factor. And welcome to chat, Trip.
Yeah, welcome, Trip. I also didn't welcome Mephiles, so welcome, Mephiles. I am playing the original version of 3&K here, so like Tails assist isn't really a thing, so I don't think I'm too boned when it comes to swimming.
Yeah, that's true. Katie has sprained their foot. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Hopefully that heals up really quickly for you, and hopefully it's just hurt, not sprained, because if it's actually sprained, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, hopefully your foot situation is not super dire. I always love it when I can get the Hydro City 1 mini-boss without moving left or right.
Yeah.
It might actually be. That sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear it. Sorry, I don't really have anything better to say for it than that, but...
Yeah. Wishing well for you. Well, Swift,
Not
he,
swollen. I don't know.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to diagnose that. Your mom is a nurse, though, so if anyone would be able to have a good idea. But Swift, no, he did attack. His little side swiping there, you know, that's his first attack, and then he was charging up the whirlpool there. That's his second one.
You were just having none of it.
Yeah. I'm just too skilled for that guy.
I'll play with you some other time.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite little oversights in this game, this ring box, is actually 2 ring boxes. I had 69 rings for a second. Heyo!
Oh, on my way back from, I had to go and grab some prescriptions and get some groceries and stuff like that. And there was actually a bus out, because it's Friday, about end of school time here. And I went past bus 69, and I was actually thinking of you when the message came through on my phone that you went live.
Oh boy. Wait, is that
So
like your mental image of me now is just the guy who makes 69 jokes?
No, but like there is that little bit of my brain that's just like, oh well, that's like the one guy you know somewhat that makes that joke still.
Well, goodness. You know, I think when I was a kid, in one of the many elementary schools that I went to, but the one that I moved on from, like, to middle school, one of the years I was there, I think my bus number was actually 69.
Yeah.
I know one year it was 68, I think the next year after it was 69.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I didn't know about the
well, obviously, you were way
thing
too
that-
young to understand that.
But I was exposed to some things back then because, like, I had been a fan of South Park, for instance, but I didn't know about
yeah.
69 at that point. Thank God.
Yep. Welcome to the chat, intro guys.
Oh, hey, intro.
It says, hi there, skull902.
Oh, Jesus. You know, I'll take that, you know, much better than Infinite calling me skull90210. Weak fucker.
Swift has a question for you. Are you going to stop once you get the 7th Chaos Emerald, or are you going all the way through and just stopping as far as, like, bothering with the emeralds?
No, I'm gonna get all the emeralds, and beat the game. It's just,
Okay.
you know, I'm not going to, bother with the super emeralds, is my thing.
Okay. See, I thought that was the case. I just didn't want to say, you know, didn't want to answer it and then be made a fool.
It's all good. Nah, that's what I'm doing, I'm sure people have been making 69 jokes for, like, yeah, for...
more or less since they invented the number 6 and 9.
Pretty much.
Like, it's not that hard to put it together, so I would imagine it didn't take long.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably been a thing forever. As soon as the position was named, there were jokes.
Yeah. I'm sure. Alright, I'm gonna step away for just a second. I will be right back.
Got you, Dylan. Somewhat unfortunate. Not that I'm blaming Dylan or anything. I am about to go into a special stage. So... Ooh, God, that was close. It was almost a crush. Here, you know what? Before the special stage, let's, Swift says, do you wish Infinite would just grow actual balls and a spine, or is he going to be a weakling that can't handle people calling him weak? No, that's, the latter is his legacy. He's just a weakling that, you know, he's trying to compensate for the size of his small penis, and takes it out on everyone because he's so angry. You know, he sucks. And I don't think he's ever coming back. So, you know, that's just going to be his legacy from now on. Introgeist says, really? I thought it was a recent thing because I learned about it in middle school bus and proceeded to see it everywhere after that. I'm sure people have been making jokes about it since the position got named.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just other people coming in and out of the house.
It's all good. I see my stalling for a little bit of time helped in terms of you being here during the special stage. So I'll consider it a victory.
Yeah. Thank you, Gamer Boy. And sure, guys, I'm imagining your "he's back" is in reference to me. If not, I apologize for inserting myself.
It probably is, because I know I never left.
Oh, intro, thought it was a weird thing to see on a bus, but then proceeded to see it everywhere. That is actually a scientific effect known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, aka it sticks out like a sore thumb. You don't notice it until you do, and then you can't stop noticing it.
Yeah. Bug bites, am I right?
Yeah, like it literally, once your brain realizes it, it will just drive you insane if you don't move your focus.
Mm-hmm.
Swift is wondering if we were to change Maria's Mobian species, what species that would be. For them, it's the, and then the message cuts off. Oh, dog. Okay, there we go.
Dog's a pretty good choice. I remember someone saying that they had a Maria Robotnik the mouse, and you don't see a whole lot of mice in the Sonic series, like in general, or with fan-created characters. So I thought that was a really original idea. So I think I'm gonna go with mouse, just off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, off the cuff, I don't really have any idea. Like, if the design looks cool, I'm all for it. Like, it would be really nice to see something that is just kind of, like, not expected. Like, as you said, a mouse, maybe, you know, just something very odd and ornate that would just kind of, like, no one would expect.
Yeah.
Switch says it would fit in with her backstories, being that dogs were sent to space. That's true. Though in Skull's defense, we did also send mice.
I didn't know about mice.
Yeah, we've sent all manner of things up into space.
What an out of context sentence too. Somebody could quote, I didn't know about mice, skull902, and everyone would be like, what? Like one of the most common animals on Earth? You didn't know about that? How old are you again?
Yeah, yeah, like it's one of the biggest infestation problems worldwide, and you just magically haven't heard of it all this time.
Thank God you guys are seeing this in context in that case.
Yep. Caleb Perkins, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's got a mixture of letters and numbers. I don't really know how you want it pronounced. The effect where you believe you have more experience than you do. I don't honestly know that one, but it's not Dunning-Kruger because that is literally it sticks out like a sore thumb. And I remember that from English class back in senior year of high school. It's like one of the few random things that stuck in my head.
Hello, Leo.
Yes, welcome Leo922 to the chat.
What up, Leo?
Intro guy says Mouse would work with her being stuck in a lab as well. That's true.
Oh, hey, that's
kind of a lab rat.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. I know Katie suggested golden retriever, and that would obviously play to her being a blondie. You know, there's a lot of good suggestions. If you're gonna make Maria a Mobian, you know, there's plenty of stuff that you can do to facilitate that. It's not like Vega's gonna do it.
Well, that's for sure. They just showed her on screen and they're like, she's dead. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Sunswift is bringing up the potential of an axolotl Mobian. I don't know if it's in context with Maria or just in general. That would be an interesting one, because, as I said, like, that would be one of the ones that no one would expect.
I'm gonna level with you. I have absolutely no goddamn idea what an axolotl is.
I only barely know what one is, not gonna lie.
I've never been hit by that flail before. I didn't even know it was there.
Let me get an image. You know, it's like a weird fish, basically.
Ah.
I'll just throw it in general.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I only know them because of Minecraft, but...
Well, I would be cool with more Whooper in the world.
Whoop whoop! Leo was apparently going insane for 20 minutes straight because the code that they were working on didn't want to work. Oh, I feel that right in the heart, man. Or woman. Or whatever. That is one of the many, many fallouts of being a developer, is you can just sit there at a giant block of code and wonder why you've made these life decisions.
Meanwhile, I'm dumb, so, you know, I don't mess with any of that.
You know what? Fair. You know, everybody has their own skills and preferences. You know, if technology and computing isn't your thing, then that's fair enough. You know, I'm not one to judge.
Good way to think about it.
Oh, an equality statement is what got them off. They had to change standard equality to less than or equal to. Yeah, I've had some pretty stupid code errors over my lifetime of a, you know, IT guy that goes into programming a little bit just for the heck of it.
Gotcha.
They're using C++. That is a difficult language. I will definitely give you that. It's C but messier, hence why they came up with C# to clean it up.
And again, I just don't mess with that stuff.
As previously noted, that's completely fair.
Yeah. My little brother's been getting into programming lately. It's been interesting to hear what he's had to say about it.
Yeah. It's basically one of the biggest things to learn about programming is computers do exactly what you tell them to a fault. Like, if you tell it, do this, it will do that and nothing else. Like, you've got to think it through a lot more than you normally would, because if you're like, oh, I want x to equal 3, then you have to literally define out, you know, I want a variable x and I want its value to be 3. It's not as simple as just being like, oh, x equals 3.
Yeah. Rings would be nice.
Yeah. Oh, you missed a repeat bubble.
Ah, well, I mean, that's just a continue anyway, so.
That resets the machine, doesn't it?
As far as I know, it was a continue.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just being a dum-dum.
Time for Dylan to look it up like usual.
Yep, I'm on it.
Actually, while you're at that, I'll have a small look at the axolotl. Oh, I don't know if I'd compare that to Whooper so much, but yeah, that is an interesting aquatic creature.
Yeah, green gumballs with REP on them replace the springs at the bottom, allowing the player to reset the stage.
Oh. Okay, I just thought that it was like some weird way to say this is a continue.
No, it's repeat.
Gotcha.
Leo wanted to use Unity, so they needed a base of C++ to get into C#. A good idea, but you will understand once you get into the C# manner of things. A lot of the things you're learning in C++, though they are still around, are hidden from view. So keep that in mind. It's not a one-to-one conversion.
Yeah, what Dylan said.
I don't want a spam call right now. I'm on stream.
Ah, yes, my old pal, Scam Likely.
Swift is saying they might redraw their axolotl OC named Alice. They are a blue axolotl. Ooh, interesting.
Best of luck to ya.
Yeah, I'm not much of one for art. Like, all the credit in the world to those people who have that skill. I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
I have some technical trickery that I can pull around to make edits, like my profile icon, but past there, it's not happening.
Yeah, I'm not really an art person either. I've done it, and I've shown it before, but that's definitely not my main trade, I guess.
Yeah. Intro, guys. But Dylan, don't you want to know about your car's extended warranty? No, I really don't.
Absolutely not.
Even though I did, admittedly, earlier today have to pick up some parts for my car because some of it needs to be repaired.
Oops.
Just rust. It's an old car.
That's all good, though. At least you're taking care of it.
Yeah, and we caught it pretty early. It's not anything too horrible, and it's like gonna get me out like $80 to fix it, which is really not bad.
That's a good price for fixing anything on your car.
Leo says, fun fact about axolotls, they can regrow any part of their body, and they mean any body part. They can regrow their brain? Okay, because I was gonna equate that to like a starfish, but I think brain is something that, you know, would go a little bit over that realm. Like, I'm not a zoologist, I don't know.
Yeah, brain might be a bit much.
But if they can seriously regrow their brain, that is impressive and something we definitely need to get some scientists on to see, you know, if we can't have that help us out, you know.
Just splice the genetic code of axolotls into humans. I'm sure nothing bad will come from that.
Well, I didn't mean quite that literally, but I more meant like for people who have like the misfortune of getting cancer or something like that. It might help them,
Yeah.
you know, kind of make an antidote serum, if you will. But that's completely just, you know, sci-fi brain there. I have no idea about the medicine behind it.
It's kind of what stem cells are for.
Yeah. Mephiles asks if I or Katie looked up the Book of Mario videos. I don't remember being asked to do that. If you did ask me to do that, I'm sorry, because I've forgotten and therefore have not.
It's some hack of the 1,000-Year Door that has like funny dialogue in it that Mephiles has been quoting for the last few streams.
Though intro guys, kind of going back a topic, has a good point. Axolotls are endangered, so probably not the world's best idea to mess around with them too much.
Yeah. Haven't we as humans already done enough to deplete wildlife?
You are not wrong, my man. Having the electric shield as super or hypersonic just feels broken to me. It always has, because it's like you can suck the rings into you and just never have to worry about it. Like, yeah, you're at 300 seconds worth of rings here. You're not gonna run out, basically.
Yeah, it's
unless
pretty
you're
great.
Really dumb about it. And we do get Tails for a second, because he has to fly you here, even though you literally need him for 1 second and then to take you into Carnival Night.
I remember the very first time I fought this boss. It took me a long while, but I didn't die because I thought that like that was all bottomless pit. So I thought that you had to make it so that Tails caught you every time, and somehow, some fucking way, I was able to do it while having like latched onto Tails after every hit.
Skull, you're probably not gonna believe me, but I thought the same exact thing. I was just like, that is textbook bottomless pit behind me. If I fall down there, I'm screwed. Like, there's no way I can fall down there and survive. And then, about, like, after the first playthrough, when I went through and tried again, I realized, I think it was during my Tails playthrough, actually, that I realized that you could dip below the horizon line and still live to tell the tale, and I was like, what? This changes everything!
Yeah. It was basically like, oh, so I didn't have to take that terribly carefully.
Yeah. The game is much more forgiving than you thought it might be.
For sure.
Gamer Boy is just as excited to see Tails as I am, which is a good thing.
Here we go.
Always a good thing to see Tails.
Got lots of Tails fans in the skull902 community. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking of. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A little bit of bounce back there, nothing too horrible.
Who doesn't love Tails? Lost Leader, apparently.
Yeah, I've admittedly seen, people who don't like Tails, like, at all. Which, I can't really blame one of them, because they cited that their first introduction to Tails was with, Sonic Forces and the "Help me, Sonic!" when Sonic is supposedly dead. So they, like, just instantly were like, no, I don't want to deal with this guy. He's just, like, nothing. And I'm like, I can't really blame you if that's the first you're ever seeing of Tails, is just him curled up in a little ball praying to someone who's literally thought to be dead.
Yeah, definitely not the best first impression to get the literal worst depiction of the character in the mainline games.
A friend of Leo's from the Netherlands did a meme on his throne page, where he took every instance of the word Mario and changed it with Chris Pratt and every instance of the word Bowser to Jack Black.
Oh, beautiful.
Gamer Boy, ages are a very weird thing in the Sonic universe.
They don't exist
I
anymore.
honestly, yeah, they don't exist anymore for one. I almost forgot about that. And like, I'm sorry, but an 8-year-old can't do half the stuff that we've seen Tails do canonically. So, to me, there's just no way.
I mean,
And if he is like seriously 8, he is like a supreme child prodigy, like beyond what we've been told, like almost to miracle level.
ah,
Oh,
come on, Spikes.
yeah, gotta love it. And your shield won't save you from getting crushed.
Yeah, no. Thank God Tim's not watching. Goodness gracious. What the fuck was I gonna say? Well, you know, Tails, he is a super genius, though. So, you know, he's...
No, that's true. Like,
he's supposed to be,
I guess my thing...
like, equivalent or at least close to equivalent with Eggman intelligence-wise.
Yeah, I always had canon that if Eggman's IQ is seriously 300, that Tails's is like 310, like just a little bit more, not like enough to really break anything, just enough to be like, yeah, he's smarter than you. Gamer Boy telling you the same thing I told you. Fun fact, shields can't protect you from getting squished. No. Absolutely nothing can protect you from getting squished. Going super won't do it. Having a shield won't do it. Having rings won't do it. You're just done.
I was ready for it that time. That's what I should
Your
have done.
body was ready.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as I have enough rings to do Supersonic by the end of this,
Yeah.
I think we'll be good. And in fact, I do have enough rings. I could do the mini boss without Supersonic, but
Yeah, but it's a lot
Yeah.
easier with him.
yeah, definitely. What was Katie saying?
They were just replying to Leo, saying that they would have the person who was replacing Mario with Chris Pratt and Bowser with Jack Black. They'd have things like Chris Pratt 3D World and Jack Black's Fury, and Katie was just saying that she would not want to face Jack Black's Fury, and I wouldn't want to either.
I'd be interested to see what Jack Black's Fury entails.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't want to like personally be the target of it.
Yeah. You get a point there, Dylan.
Robert H. brings a good point. Of all the things in Sonic people could do, of all the things in Sonic people could do that aren't realistic, why the ages, why do we really care about that? Yeah, really, that's more or less what I'm thinking Sega just figured out, is with the age deletion, is like, nobody cares. Like, it doesn't matter.
I think that has something to do with the reason why they hired Ian Flynn, because Izuka was like, we brought him on basically to grow the characters emotionally and give them better dialogue. So that's what I'm thinking, is that they're gonna give off the sense that the characters have gotten a little older, without necessarily saying how old they are.
Yeah, and you know, his whole point of being brought on is, you know, as you said, just take a monkey wrench, paying my respects to Monkey Dude for using that, to the Sonic season and to the Sonic series, and just kind of repairing some of the nonsense that was in like the Archie comics, where we had just absolute everything happening at once.
Huh, for sure. Also, welcome to the stream, Robert.
Yes, welcome. Leo asks if we want to know a stupid fact for absolutely no reason.
Oh, and I'm all about stupidity.
I was just like, I'm cool with it, but this isn't my stream, so I'll leave it up to the guy in charge.
Lay it on me.
Oh, I did see this on Twitter. Leo tells us when hedgehogs run fast, they will shit themselves, which is true.
Yeah,
They-
rodents definitely have a reputation for their loose control of their bowels.
Yeah, and like everything else. Like there was a video on Twitter about it. That they're like hedgehogs are basically always excreting something.
Yeah, and I saw like many years ago. I saw one of those hedgehogs swimming, you know, in the sink videos, because you know that's nice and adorable.
Yeah, it's adorable, but
And
messy.
like what I was gonna say was, you know, he was just swimming around, and then all of a sudden I was seeing this brown flake in the water, and I was like, that hedgehog just took a shit.
Yep. Gamerboy says I'm. Being that I'm talking about Monkey Dude, that you actually killed Monkey Dude in the beginning of the stream when I wasn't here yet.
Yes,
Do tell.
I wasn't paying enough attention, and unfortunately, Monkey Dude had to suffer from my idiocy, so I reset the game. And I went up to that particular Monkey Dude, begged for his forgiveness. He didn't throw his coconut at me, so I think we're good.
Okay, well that's definitely a good sign.
Yeah, for sure. I think Monkey Dude realized that it was a mistake and I wasn't paying enough attention. So he's not going to hold it against me.
Yeah. Leo, I don't want that picture in my head. Green Hill just being
Oh,
brown
God.
with Sonic's poo. I don't want to think about that, not gonna lie.
Green Hill's looking a lot more like Shit Hill now.
Maybe that's why Eggman decided to dump all that sand there. He's just like, you use this like a litter box anyway. Here's some sand.
Bury this shit.
I don't want to smell it. Oh, you're fine, Leo. I was just saying that's a disgusting little bit of imagery that you painted in my brain.
And before somebody makes a mod of some Sonic game where Sonic leaves a brown trail.
I'm sure with the community being what it is,
I'm-
somebody's done something similar.
Somebody probably has done something like that.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where if you name it, it will exist.
For true.
Intro guy says Monkey Dude is forever, Monkey Dude is mercy. So yeah, it does
Yeah.
seem that Monkey Dude offered a little bit of mercy in just not paying enough attention, which is something we all do sometimes.
Yeah, you know, Monkey Dude's a cool dude. You know, that's part of the reason why we praise him so much. Is you know he has a better sense of understanding, I think, than a lot of these other gods that go around. You know.
Gamer Boy. 4 or no 5. There are 5 times that I can think of off the top of my head that Knuckles pushes a button in this game.
That is a very specific inquiry.
Yeah. I don't know the exact number. That's just like what I can recall off the top of my head. I have no idea the actual number of them. If you want to count them, you be my guest. But my guess would be around 5 because he does push a decent amount of buttons to mess with Sonic.
He sure does. There's the one in Angel Island. There's at least one in Angel Island.
Yeah.
There's Hydro City.
Mm-hmm.
Not so sure if he does it in Marble Garden. I know he does it here.
No,
so
he does it here.
Yeah, so that's at least 3 so far.
Yeah, and then he'll do it again in, I know he does it in Death Egg.
Yeah.
And then he also does it,
Wait, no,
in
he wouldn't do
Mushroom
it
Hill.
in Death Egg because
Or not
yeah,
freaking
he's not
Death
there.
Egg,
he does in Sky Sanctuary.
what the heck is this? Oh, yeah! Okay. I'm just like, what am I trying to think of then? Yeah, Sky Sanctuary. Thank you.
He does it in Hidden Palace as well.
Yeah.
So what are we up to now? 5?
Yeah, that's 5.
Trying to remember if he does it in Ice Cap, maybe.
I don't think so.
He doesn't.
I mean, if
I definitively know he doesn't in Launch Base, because he throws a bomb at you at first, and then he just laughs at you.
Yeah.
So we can rule out Launch Base.
Yeah, we already covered Mushroom Hill. What's that? I'm trying to remember the the levels. It's been a hot minute since I've played S3&K, admittedly. But yeah, as I said, I'd say at least 5. We'll see them.
I think we mentioned all the Sonic 3 levels.
Yeah.
So Mushroom Hill absolutely does.
Yeah, which we already counted.
Yep. Sandopolis, I don't think so. Flying Battery, again, I don't think so.
No. I remember that. Lava Reef? Maybe? It wouldn't surprise me if he pushed a button in Lava Reef.
But he does it here. Twice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does he push a button? I don't think he pushes a button to do the boulder in Lava Reef. So I think we're good.
No,
in that
he just
department.
punches it at you.
Yeah.
Giveaway says Knuckles is telling you, bombs? You want it? Here, you got it.
Oh,
We
for
don't
sure.
want them.
Certainly not.
Swift asks, do we think that Sonic got his green eyes due to the exposure of the Chaos Emeralds? Also says, that doesn't say anything on why Sonic has red eyes in his super form. I have no idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I think that was the explanation given in the Archie comics.
Yes and no, because for like an issue, he also like threw on green contacts.
Well,
And that was like a little bit of the lore there, is that he was just like, oh, these look cool, and started wearing contacts for no reason, and then they did that. So I think that's like
So
as
they
close
retconned
to
it.
a canon answer. Yeah. They aren't it's Archie. They retconned every 3 seconds.
that's very, very true.
Fleetway is its own weird thing. I don't even know. I binged through both Archie and Fleetway during the midst of the pandemic, and they were both wild rides, and I honestly don't remember a whole
Sonic's
heck a lot.
Sonic's such a fucking insufferable ass from all I've seen in the Fleetway
Oh,
comic.
he is!
I don't
he
much like the
is-
look of your face, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, he is an absolute a-hole there. Especially to poor Tails, who is literally like a god in his own dimension.
Jeez.
Yeah, Tails is the chosen one and basically a god in his dimension that he comes from. But Sonic can't stop calling him Pixel Brain and constantly making fun of the poor man for just existing.
The idea that Tails comes from a separate dimension.
Yeah, and the rules of it are all over the place, admittedly. I don't mean to blather here, but basically, long story short, he comes from this weird pocket dimension, and being the chosen one, he can't stay there. He is thrown into Mobius as his powers come to be, and he can only be in his home dimension for a maximum of, I think it's like a week. And then he'll like get really sick until they send him back to Mobius.
Oh, okay, so it's a week at a time, not just like a week in general.
Yeah, it's a week at the time. They can send it back and then wait a month and then do it all over again. They do it several times.
Gotcha. So it's not the hyperbolic time chamber. Gotcha.
Yeah. Intro guy says, legit only agreed to keep Charmy's royalty a secret from the Chaotix if Charmy promises not to tell the Chaotix that they were around each other. You know what? That's honestly what happens. Like, and yes, Katie, Charmy in the Fleetway series and even in Archie question mark?
I
At least
think
for an arc is
it's definitely Archie.
royalty.
Yeah, like in the original Archie continuity, because that was before the Chaotix really had defined characters when they were first introduced. So Charmy was a 16-year-old heir to the throne somewhere. I could have hit him a third time. So that led to some interesting stuff. I remember somebody, I think it was Rabbit, sent a meme about that recently, where it was like on one side it was like Charmy being like all serious and shit from like, you know, the original Archie continuity is like in the entire village was wiped out. He looks like all serious and shit. And then the second image is him very much being a little kid in like a bee-themed car seat from the IDW comic. It was a great contrast.
Oh yeah, well, and even within Archie itself, it did seem very like out of place that like his whole the idea that everything was just kind of destroyed, because he did seem like a little emotional about it when he was telling it, and then the second that he stopped telling the story, it was just like, okay, and I stopped caring.
Well,
like he's just like, oh, everybody died, and that was horrible. What are we having for dinner tonight, Vector?
The village was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
Intro, guys, I remember reading that part. When Heroes came along in Archie, instead of aging Charmy down, they just gave him brain damage.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's still canonically in Archie, a teenager, but they gave him such severe brain damage that he had the brain of an 8-year-old.
What the fuck, Ken?
Yeah, I don't know. Old Archie definitely took itself way too seriously. I agree 110% on that intro, guys. That's part of what made it such a wild ride to read. And I admittedly would suggest it, but don't read through it like in a serious context. Like, go into it knowing that you're going to be reading literal nonsense.
Yeah, I don't mind Sonic having serious storytelling. Like, some people really do, and I'm just like, I don't know, I can believe it. But like the way that Archie was written, you know, by people who don't know how to write stories, at least until Ian Flynn came along.
Yeah.
You know, with all the shitty fucking melodrama and stuff. Like, good lord. Sally
pulled a
slapped
miracle.
Sonic in the fucking face for no reason.
Well, it's like I was playing Sonic Unleashed the other day, and I was kind of thinking about, you know, slaps, obviously, because when Amy sees the werehog, she hugs him, thinking it's Sonic, and then realizes it's not, even though it is, and then apologizes, but then proceeds to punch him. Like, oh, I'm sorry, slap!
She quickly separates herself from him. No, that scene was done good, though. I liked how Sonic was, like, sad, you know, that he wasn't recognized.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Sonic actually showing emotion? What the fuck? Though we are gonna be... It seems like we're definitely getting that in Frontiers.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, I think we have Ian Flynn to thank for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Swift asks, do we think that Charmy acted like a kid as a coping mechanism due to what happened in his village? I like that idea, admittedly.
That would be a much better explanation than, oh hey, you got severe brain damage.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Mephiles, yes, Mr. Penders does need some sort of professional help, and he got it in the form of lawyers.
Oh jeez. I like how somebody dug through the legal papers and found that he doesn't actually own all those characters.
Yeah! And he was so, like, you know, like, I try to keep pretty neutral on everything, but I think I'm pretty safe when I say that Penders did some pretty crooked stuff to get his paws on as much as he did. And then when that random fan just was like, oh, but I have all of these documents from SOJ that show that you don't own, like, anything.
Yeah, all these things, and it's from, you know, the court and all that. So they proved in court that Ken owns fucking nothing. And that was apparently the ruling, too.
Intro, guys. Indeed, as we're talking about it, Ken owns absolute bupkis. Sega has reclaimed them because a fan unearthed legal court documents that were very clear about the fact that anything that Ken made while in employ to Sega would become property of Sega.
Yeah, so basically, Ken lied about the court proceedings and had everyone convinced for a good while that he owned those characters.
Including
when he
Sega
actually
themselves.
didn't. Yeah.
Like, he even had Sega fooled, like, because they just stopped using the characters, like, we don't want to touch that.
I think that was maybe because all those documents did come from the court, so I think that they were probably aware, but probably, you know, for the better, figured that trying to use those characters, and this counts for Archie as well, like, trying to use those characters would just be more of a headache than...
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because would you really want to deal with Ken Penders more than you really have to?
Absolutely not. Like, all I'm gonna say is I saw... Don't look it up, fellow Tails fans. If you've seen it, I am sorry, but what he did to Tails... Oh, it sends shivers up your spine, because he looks absolutely disgusting.
I mean, that can count for a shitload of characters.
Well, that's true.
I remember seeing somebody posting an art a piece of art that Ken did of Shadow that looked so terrible. I christened him Shoda the Hee-Hodge, because that was not Shadow.
Shoda the Hee-Hodge.
Yeah,
I love that.
Shoda the Hee-Hodge.
Sunswift, he would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling fan.
And you dumb dog.
Intro, no. This is actually somehow worse than Titan Tales.
Oh boy. Titan Tails. Good God.
Yeah, that was an interesting thought. Like, what if we take the multiverse and take every Tails in the series and combine them together in an absolute monstrosity that looks barely anything like Tails?
What if we made Tails look like the Hulk? That's a good idea, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, it is absolutely cursed. Like, basically, it looks... His facial expression is, you know that meme that's been going around where the character is, like, looking up at the sky, like, sobbing and screaming? It looks like his face is doing that, but his body is a lot... Like, his neck, he has a neck, and it's way too long, and then his body's just, like, there, and it's a big, like, gelatinous blob.
Yeah.
Gamer boy, I have no idea what's even happening. I'm just talking about random shit.
We're just dunking on Ken Penders, you know? So like the Joker in Arkham Asylum. But at least like with the Joker, right? It was like he had a fucked up you know, serum that changed his entire biology and shit. That was like meant to, you know, make him look all fucked up.
Yeah. Robert H asks who everybody's favorite Archie characters are, saying that they really liked Princess Udina from the last Universe arc.
I'm not
I mean,
terribly,
obvious...
Oh, go on.
go ahead.
No, you were starting first.
Honestly, like, obviously I can't say Tails because that's the dumb answer, you know, the obvious answer.
Yeah, he's an import from the games. We need an original Archie character.
I do like the idea of Nicole the HoloLinks, admittedly. I think that was a really nice idea, and I love some of the things that they did with it. Could have been executed a little better, but it's kind of where I'm thinking. What about you, Skull?
Yeah, I'm not terribly familiar, so, like, the idea of anthropomorphizing Nicole, like, giving her kind of a physical form, I think is an interesting idea. I was gonna meme, because, again, I'm not terribly familiar with the Archie comics, I was gonna say, Scourge, because, you know, you gotta respect the hustle, man. He had, like, 8 girlfriends at once.
Yeah, and I remember when they announced Surge, and I still believe this, I don't know what it is, and obviously we'll never know, but I feel like Surge was definitely like a little a certain motion that uses a certain finger from Mr. Flynn toward Mr. Penders.
She do be green and black.
Yeah.
So, like you can make the connection there. Yeah. I'm not terribly familiar with that storyline either. I gotta catch up more on the IDW comics.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. I stopped reading right around the time that Imposter Syndrome wrapped, so I need to get back into it.
Yeah, I'm still like after the whole Metal Sonic stuff, so like I still have Metal Virus, and all that shit to read. I need more time.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is like there's never enough time, right? You know?
As Batman himself would say, I need more time.
Out of time.
I'm out of time. There's no time.
I mean, both are fitting. There's no time to read IDW comics, Alfred.
Exactly. Poor Batman, you know, he just wants to read his stories. Got everybody bothering him.
Leo hasn't read any Sonic comics. I mean, if that's not your thing, then that's not your thing. If you just haven't had the chance or the time, it might be worth a look.
I know based on the Metal Sonic storyline, like the IDW comics, I would recommend based on that. Though that's without having seen like the other 3 storylines they've done since.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
I probably do have like you know, there was that meme going around where it's like I believe it was a screenshot from Tangled where the dude had all the knives at him and was like, "What's your Sonic hot take?" Mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine definitely would be like the original characters in IDW aren't that good, like design and character-wise, I think. But again, I haven't seen too terribly much of the comic. I do like.
I can't blame you.
I do like Whisper, but I feel like they really undercut her debut. So like they fucking devalued her like pretty much immediately.
Unless you read the Tingle and Whisper offshoot, it really does feel like they shoehorned her in. And same, honestly, with Surgeon Kit, as far as I've heard. I haven't actually read that far yet, but like, if you don't read Imposter Syndrome, apparently they do the same thing with Surgeon Kit. It's just like, oh, and these people are here, and you're just supposed to know them.
No, I think that she got like or at least Whisper. You know, Tangle. I remember her intro being a pretty standard intro, but what I mean basically is like, you know, they had something really cool going on with Whisper's debut, where, you know, Sonic and Silver, you know, they're raiding the base and then they get attacked and they're in a position where they're like, oh, fuck, you know, we're boned.
Yeah.
And then Whisper comes in. And that would have been the perfect opportunity, you know, to establish like her strengths if she cleared the room and helped them out. She shoots the Wisp-On one time, and then gets hit once, and then is then knocked out for the rest of the fight, which completely like I don't know, it destroyed her viability.
Yeah, that's true.
Know, at least a good deal of her viability.
Robert H. Says Surgeon Kit are based on palette glitches from Sonic 2 and 3. Yes, they indeed are. I actually had the opportunity to ask a question to Ian Flynn, and after some parsing from what horribleness I was able to type out because my mic wasn't deciding to work that day, the question that we came up with was what Surgeon Kit were based off of, because I was just generically curious, and it is the palette shift glitches, being Green Sonic and Blue Tails that would happen in Flynn's own copies of Sonic 2 and 3 respectively. It's kind of interesting.
The old Ashura glitch.
Yep.
Bye, Tails. Oh, no more no more emerald rings this time. I gotta.
Yep.
I gotta
avoid them.
You gotta be wary of them now.
Yeah. especially the ones that you're gonna like run straight into.
Thankfully, there's not really any point where I think it would be too obvious. So, you know, oh man, we got this door here, but nope.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. Maybe this is just me being a dum-dum, but Knuckles really should have thought more about that. Like, you have a button to open what's basically a garage that holds the secret portal into the Hidden Palace. Wouldn't you think a little more security is due? Like, maybe Mushroom Hill is just, you know, that peaceful where it's just like, whatever, you know, a button's fine, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
It just seems kind of lax, especially from, you know, my minor is in cybersecurity, so my brain's just like, you need a lot more than that, man.
Well, you know, Angel Island has only just recently, with this game, been introduced to technology as a whole. So
That's true. That's true.
Knuckles just doesn't have the resources, or the knowledge as well.
Yeah, that's very true. Gamer Boy says that they love the Mushroom Hill Zone music. Yeah. My favorite track in this game is probably gonna have to be Flying Battery, though Lava Reef is a close second. Just because those are the two tracks that I love the most. Like, it's all amazing, and I don't mean to say you can't like any else of it, you know. But that's just where my loyalties would lie if I had to choose.
Yeah.
Intro says maybe he changed the security over time, especially after Angel Island gains more visitors. Yeah, I mean, he straight up moves the Master Emerald in for, like, the Adventure series, whatever, because obviously it's not in Lava Reef anymore, it's just kind of hanging out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. The altar do be in a different location. Although that's probably a retcon because it's in the same place in the past.
Yeah.
Sure do love our retroactive continuity. Lol.
Yeah, I have my own, like, headcanon for, like, how things are as far as that's concerned. And as far as the Master Emerald's locations, I'm just like, we've seen Knuckles pick that thing up in the movie. He just moved the dang thing. He's just like, I don't want to go into Lava Reef anymore. It's hot in here, man. I'm gonna take it outside, get some fresh air.
But, you know, not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
The practicality of it is just...
Not there.
It's not there.
And especially with the Death Egg upsetting the mountain that Lava Reef is in.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know, you could argue that, like, maybe the volcano became somewhat active again, and he says, like, I don't feel like being burned in lava. I don't know about you.
He didn't get the chop one time.
Nope.
Lol.
No cutting for you.
Absolutely none. As far as my favorite piece of music in this game is concerned, I don't think I'd be able to tell you, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a hard pick for sure.
Oh, okay. So it's just the one button. This is a Switch here.
Oh!
And not a Nintendo
Yeah, you're right. Gamer Boy with hashtag stop the log abuse.
Yeah, stop cutting down the environment there. That was like a subtle theme in the classic Sonic games.
Yeah. Swift asks, if we were to make a character based on a piece of concept art, what would the character be?
Ooh, God, I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Yeah, same here. I'm just like, please, you know, either have something brilliant so I can be like, you know, I can't top that, or just have nothing so I can be like, yeah, I don't have anything to.
I guess the most interesting way that you could go is like, the concept art that was meant to eventually be Shadow, like,
Yeah.
you know, have that be like some kind of an anti-Sonic or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of weird stuff in the concept arts. I would have loved to see Eggman in his original like pajama outfit, just as like
Oh, yo.
outfit, you know. Shadow-kun, welcome.
Hey, Shad. Oh, and Mr. Scoot, hello.
And Mr. Scoot, hi.
Nice to see you here, Shad.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
You know it. And Mr. Scoot as well. Welcome to the stream. We got basically half of the game left.
Yeah, a little less. Intro Guy says there's a ton of different versions of Metal Sonic and Extreme that would make for cool bosses. See, I almost said Metal Sonic because but then I was like, we've got like 27 of them. We don't need a 28th, you know. But absolutely, like that's where we got Metal Sonic Kai and all of those like wonderful fan derivations of Metal Sonic was just his concept art, which was both all over the place and really cool because it ranged from everything of like just Robo Sonic that we see in Sonic 1 to like a literal overhaul like Mecha Metal.
I know it's not concept art, but the Metal Sonic that you see flying around the Death Egg in the opening cutscene of Sonic the Fighters was always an interesting one to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that would be a cool boss fight. I think if you could do something interesting with Rocket Metal Sonic.
Yeah, that's very true. Rocket.
Oh,
maybe
for
they
sure.
should have debuted him in colors.
Oh, I know, right?
Shad is asking how we're doing. I'm doing pretty well. Having some fun here with Skull on the stream. How are you doing, Skull?
So it's been pretty alright today. Woke up not too long ago, before this stream started. Was just
How are
looking to
you
do
doing,
something
Shad?
to kill the time before another friend of mine starts streaming at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
I'm heading to bed soonish, but I wanted to drop by and say hi. Well, thank you for thinking of me.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. We appreciate it.
Cheer, buddy.
So,
Here we go, flying battery, oh boy. Thankfully, it's
One of
very easy to avoid the special rings in this one.
oh yeah, because they are very out of your way.
Yeah, there's only 4 of them, and like 2 of them are very cryptic. You have to know where they are in order to actually get them.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta pull some pro gamer moves to get to some of them.
For sure.
I don't know if I already mentioned this, but kind of random thought as I was thinking about, different Sonic games. I actually got Sonic Unleashed today in the mail.
Oh, nice. Wait, did you say Unleashed?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Wii version.
Like I fully heard Unleashed, and I was like, oh man, cool. Wait, weren't you streaming that?
Yeah, I streamed the Xbox 360 version of it yesterday. I would stream this version of it, but I don't have a capture card because those things are expensive.
How did you do like the Series X enhancement, or did you how'd you do one?
No. What I did is I just have a normal like Xbox One, when it was released, not a Series XS, any of that stuff.
Okay.
And I used the Xbox console companion to cast it to my computer.
Gotcha.
And then just did a screen share onto the stream.
Gotcha.
Kind of a cheap little cop-out, but it cost $0
I
as
mean-
a whole. It was still like $100 for a capture card that I didn't even know if I was going to use more than once.
If it worked, What would it be like if Eggman went into a special stage? I would love to see him get disoriented.
Yeah.
He's like, good God, I put the Chaos Emeralds here.
Yeah. Why would I do this?
What am I, a maniac?
Yeah. And I agree with Katie that he would very much, that someone probably has made a mod of that.
Probably.
Even if it's just like a simple character swap where it's like put Eggman's model on top of Sonic, you know.
Yeah, I know Eggman in Sonic 1 is definitely a thing, so
Yeah. Switch says, don't forget about fan art of super buff Eggman.
Oh, dude, yeah, Super Eggman, the fucking, like, you know, he's got all the muscles and shit. That's one of my favorite fan interpretations of anything.
Yeah.
Super Eggman is awesome as fuck.
Oh, yeah. We've loggaged 36 times, apparently. I'm just picking on you, gamer boy. Forgot the N in language. It happens to the best of us.
For sure. Yeah,
That's a lot of loggage. Katie says at least it's not that Sonic short where Eggman is shirtless and dancing. I feel like I've seen that and it's cursed.
Oh, it's great though.
Well, yeah, something can be cursed and great at the same time. I'm just saying. Swift asks, do you wish that they made a character based off of the rabbit that we can see in the Sonic's Band concept art for Sonic 1?
Mock the rabbit?
Yeah.
I don't know, if somebody wanted to do something with him, I guess that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not against it at all, like, but we do have rabbits in this series, and that was kind of a throwaway design for just trying to get some ideas down on paper. Like, that was never meant to really go very far.
You know, Sonic being in his band and whatnot, you know, it was a nice attempt to add some more characters to
Absolutely.
the series, and it did give us Vector, so...
Yeah. Swift says they have an OC loosely based on that character. That's cool. As I said, there's nothing wrong with it,
certainly.
and I think that could be really cool. I just don't see a specific need for it.
It's a bit of a deep cut, but you know, if that's what you want to do, you know, that's perfectly 100% fine. Robert H says,
Robert H.
I grew up on AOSTH. I've seen plenty of topless Eggman. Oh,
Yes, you have.
You know you love it. There's a taste of
my only response to your comment there is, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
Well, there was a bit of a taste of my AOSTH Robotnik. Not terribly great, but you know.
I mean, sounds fine to me, man.
Thank you, Dylan.
Katie says apparently the shirtless Eggman was mentioned in Ask the Sonic Heroes episode 10.
Really?
I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that far back. I don't watch that much Ask the Sonic Heroes. I've watched, like, the most recent ones, but...
Please don't watch either of the first two Team Rose episodes. Okay, thanks. Not to knock anybody else's ability, but you know, my especially in episode 9, like there was a brief moment there where I got really mush-mouthed as big for some goddamn reason.
Yeah.
And then in
See,
in the first one, in episode 3 that we did, there was this gag where like I asked like myself a question basically, so like it was skull902 asking a question too big, and I completely fucked up the planned answer I had for that one.
Gotta love it. It happens though, man. There's many a reason why I don't voice act anything Because my voice is pretty much what you see is what you get. And I'm very forgetful, so I would definitely do stuff like that where it's just like, I have something all planned out, let's go and forget about it.
And I gave it a try, but I definitely should have, like, you know, in later episodes I would script out Big's answers, because for most of them I wasn't able to be there in the call. So like I gave myself some time to think and whatnot. I guess, you know, you learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely.
But I totally had that fucking big bit planned out, and then I completely balked it.
One thing about Supersonic that you just encountered is he is a little slippery boy.
That is super true. Precision platforming as Supersonic is definitely a thing.
I remember in Sonic 2 accidentally going super on the little trident platforms in oh crud, like the second to last zone.
What in Wing
in
Fortress?
Sonic 2, but I'll think of it. But anyhow, like that was such a pain in the neck.
Yeah, precision
Metropolis.
platforming and Supersonic, you know, I am a trained professional. I have experience, so definitely not for beginners. Let me tell you. Too much bass can kill people. I'm sure
It's
too
all
much of
about that
anything.
bass.
I'm sure too much of anything can kill people. But
well, that's true. Robert H says Supersonic has soap shoes, and I don't mean the SAT ones. I mean he's actually got soap on his feet. I have seen art of that very idea. Like, what if Sonic had soap shoes, but they're literally soap?
well, you know, you gotta have balance, and I suppose if you're gonna have a character that's, you know, invincible, you know, you're gonna, especially if he goes faster, you know.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. There's gotta be some sacrifices.
Intro guy says soap shoes shaped soap. Wow, that's a tongue twister. I am sorry.
Soap shoe shaped soap. Oh, no.
Alberto Tillis, welcome.
Welcome.
Says go for it. Crack that Eggman wide open. Wahoo!
Time to crack that Eggman wide open. Yeah, let's party. Think I'd miss this? Nah.
Oh, we appreciate you being here nonetheless.
We appreciate you being here. Alright, Eggman, you may have gotten rid of my shield, but I do have Supersonic, so, you know, get fucked.
Welcome back, Wild Style.
Welcome back.
Swift loves this Eggman spray. I do too. It's just a little goofball.
It's fun. Some people compare it to a penis, but you know, I think it's a fun spray.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you have a dirty enough mind, you can compare just about anything to a phallic form.
You know, it would be a pretty fucking squat, egg-shaped penis, but it does have the two balls at the bottom and shoots the fire, you know. Oh boy, Sandopolis! Home of Scorps. Fuck you, Scorps.
Yeah.
For Monkey Dude! Yeah.
Swift says it looks like he brushed his mustache a bit too much. Perhaps he did.
Man, he puts a lot of care into his stash, yo.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact amount of times, but you have to brush it like a very certain amount of times, according to Sonic Boom. And if you go too much, then it just does that. Intro guys just recently learned that the Xenomorph is designed to be dangerous, yet dirty.
By that you mean?
I'm imagining they mean dirty in like the adult manner of the word, but I
what
have no
I'm
idea.
thinking.
I don't even know what a Xenomorph is, gonna be completely honest with you.
You never seen the Alien movies?
No, I have not.
Wow, Dylan. You need
In my
you need
defense
some
for-
horror movie education, son.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm not much for horror. Swift, if you want to show the picture to us, feel free. I know Skull has a Twitter and I've got a Twitter. Feel free to send it at us.
Swift would be able to DM me on Discord because we're in a mutual server. So
Dylan
if
did
you're
not
wanting
know
to
this.
if you're wanting to show me you know, pictures and stuff, I do not mind.
Gamerboy says that Tails would hate this place, basically. Yeah, it's not. The Sandopolis is not a entirely fun place to be.
Yeah, no, it's a drag.
And Alberto says that they really like Eggman's futuristic style vehicles and hate the fact that they're used to destroy everything until they get to Sonic. Yeah, it is kind of interesting that, like, I know, like, obviously Sonic's his #1 enemy, but some of these robots are, like, very clearly built to destroy the environment, especially in the earlier games, and then Sonic shows up and then, like, they just stop doing whatever they're doing and they're like, oh, Sonic!
Yeah, you know, Eggman definitely needs to be a little more environmentally conscious. Jesus, let me tell you.
Okay. I can't make fun of you because I've got a speech impediment. I do stuff like that all the ever-loving time.
No, I did that fucking twice yesterday. It was pretty amusing both times. Where the first time was on Trip stream, where I had like a mouth fuck up, and so instead of saying charge and chuck, I said charg and chuck. So we had a bit of fun with that one. And then later in the call, hi Miracle, by the way.
Yes, welcome.
Thanks for stopping by. And then in the call with Rabbit and Josh later that night, I was making a joke about chocolate, but I said charclet. So then I made fun of myself for saying charclet. And then in trying to correct myself, I fucking said charclet again.
Oh no!
So we had a pretty good meme about that. You know, it was a good time.
Gamerboy and Sunswift are sharing a brain cell here, saying at least it wasn't charge and fuck.
No, that would have been very deliberate. Charge and fuck. I believe that's one of the things I call them when I streamed Mario World with KN.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, you know, that's the price that he pays for being mildly annoying in that game.
Yeah, I know during my Unleashed stream I did yesterday, I had at least one really bad verbal slip. And I'm sure I had many, many more. But I've tried over the years to care less and less about it and just kind of roll with the punches.
Yeah, it's just something that happens, you know.
Alberta with the SpongeBob reference. Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
Yeah, but with the way I was going last night, it would have been more like charclet, charclet, charclet.
Switch says, chargelet, the chocolate with caffeine in it to charge up your day. And then you've got a member message from Lyrical.
Thank you so much for the member message, Miracle. Member for 14 months. I don't know what to put here, so I shall quote my friend's boyfriend out of context. Watermelon penis bats. Thank you for listening. You know, I think that is one of the most inspiring things I've ever heard in my entire life. You have
brilliant,
changed,
thought-out quote.
you have changed my life today, Miracle. I just want you to know that. Watermelon penis bats.
Yeah.
My God.
I have to wonder what the context was, but out of context, it's just hilarious. I'm sure even in context, it made your jaw drop a little bit.
Brings a tear to my dick. Alberto says, beloved quote from SpongeBob SquarePants besides Patrick asking about mayonnaise being an instrument. I'm actually saying that quote because I'm an addict to chocolate. You know, that's fair. We were talking about favorite candies yesterday, and one of the ones I listed was Butterfingers. And even though it's not real chocolate,
Solid choice nonetheless.
Like, yeah, Butterfingers fucking great. But even though like white chocolate isn't real chocolate, we did have a good you know, time talking about how fucking awesome white chocolate is. So I guess I can't get that extra life there now. Oops.
Good job you're not on Extra Life. Bye.
Well, I've still only died one time.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive.
I only just now realized that. Like, goddamn.
Lyrical says that we have Aylin's boyfriend Azriel to thank for that. Well, yeah, that's certainly something. Definitely changed our lives as well.
Yeah, please give him our regards for that utterly profound philosophical message of hope and joy.
So many emotions.
A myriad of emotions. Oh wait, no, I want to go up there. I guess I can't. Never mind.
How much for that?
So much for that indeed, Dylan. I don't ever recall going this path. This is gonna be new for me.
Yeah, this is kind of the
no,
back way.
It just loops. Gotcha.
Yep. Lyrical says the best thing is that when they read the post on it, they hadn't even read it normally. In their mind, they sang it to George Urza's Watermelon Sugar High because it fits perfectly.
Well. Take that, Scorps.
And then Lyrical is going ahead and just throwing that into lyrics for us. Very
Beautiful.
fitting.
You know, the monotony
miracle.
of, yeah, the monotony of Sandopolis Zone has really been mitigated by the phenomenon that is watermelon penis bath.
Yeah. It kind of takes some of the dullness out of the zone, you know.
Oh, for sure. Especially since I'm Sonic, so I have to use the sand traps here.
Yeah.
To move around.
You can't be like Tails or Knuckles and just kind of cheese your way around them.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. In that respect.
Yeah. Every character has their own ups and downs.
For sure. Tails and Knuckles don't have shield abilities like Sonic does.
Yep. Which never made much sense to me, admittedly.
Well, you know, from like a programming standpoint, I suppose.
Well, yeah,
like,
from
you know.
programming, it makes a world of sense because the double tap of A does nothing on Sonic. Well, it does an insta shield, but
I suppose you could have assigned that to a different button, but like Sonic was supposed to be super simple to control anyway, so it would have kind of went
That's
against
true.
that.
That's true. The Lyrical says, bloody hell, by the way, I haven't heard a Scorps reference in a while. Well, now you have.
Yeah, fuck Scorps.
Check that off of your things you need to hear list. Mephiles, I have no idea what you're talking about, but they just said, out of context, they say, then they may devour grease buckets to be in the news.
I think that
I don't...
I think that's another reference to the Book of Mario.
Oh, okay.
Mephiles has been doing that for the last few streams.
Okay, because I'm just like, I'm missing some context here.
Absolutely.
Swift immediately clarifying that's not the dirty kind of the F-bomb, but rather the, you know, go screw yourself kind of F-bomb, you know?
Well, if it's the go screw yourself kind, then that's definitely you know, pretty saucy.
Well, yeah, I mean somewhat. I don't know. Maybe I should have just kept my big mouth shut, man.
It's all good. More rings. Want more rings.
Give me the rings!
Just a couple more from here. There we go. Alright, now I'm content with leaving.
Just need 130. That was the magic skull902 number.
Meaning the Super Mario Encyclopedia book? No. It's a like mod of the Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door that apparently has some funny out of context clips in it.
Swift making the comment.
Oh, what's that?
Sorry. I was gonna say, Swift was making the comment that this is the game series that allowed an 8-year-old to gamble away his rings.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh,
so
shit.
you were saying about Mephiles?
Oh, yeah, Mephiles is, you know, just quoting the Book of Mario hack, so it's all good. It's a hack of Thousand-Year Door, and it's got like a bunch of silly quotes in it. I love being able to destroy that guy without letting the music play.
Just no. I don't feel like listening to that shit, Eggman.
Absolutely not. Oh boy, we got less than 20 minutes. Well, you know, they always fucking start late anyway, so...
That's true. I mean,
think...
I'm keeping an eye on my notifications, and if it goes live, I'll let you know, but...
Yeah, I
it's
mean...
always late.
I'm finishing the game regardless. But... We'll see how it goes. Wondering what it's gonna be today, because earlier today I did see...
Among Us.
Oh, okay, they announced it. Gotcha. Because I was gonna say I saw Courtney's status earlier, and she was playing Among Us, so I think...
Yeah,
that's
and
what it's
she
gonna
is
be.
presently playing that, as far as I can tell. So they're probably just warming up.
Probs. I will be quoting more on the Thousand-Year Door section of Extra Life. For sure.
Yes, Wild Style, that seems to be the plan, is they're playing Among Us.
It certainly looks like what they're doing.
I will grab the link for that stream and throw that there, that you folks can see that.
Meant to do this before grabbing the shield. Hopefully I end this with a fire shield equipped.
Swift asks, why aren't the Chaox suspicious of Eggman in Sonic Heroes? I mean, toward the end, we get the idea that Vector had an idea that, like, Eggman was up to something, because he doesn't seem at all surprised that Eggman is the one that they're rescuing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, you know, I saw this coming. It's all part of being a good detective.
Exactly.
Beyond that, I mean, he did mask his voice, and for the most part, it's like pretty random tasks that he sends the Chaotix after, like collect Chow and like kill my own robots, and especially like those missions. It's like, why would Eggman order them to destroy his own robots? Like that doesn't make much sense until you get to the end and realize what's going on.
Yeah. I like the little moments where they insult Eggman and he almost gives himself away.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I think tipped Vector off, is the fact that they, when they started making fun of Eggman, he's just like, but he's a brilliant scientific genius, and just goes off on a little rant about how awesome he is, because that's totally, like, only Eggman would ever do that.
Yeah. Love that shit.
Swift, the money that Eggman owes the Chaotix will be paid to them when he wins control of the world, at least according to the end of Sonic Heroes. This almost happened in Sonic Forces, and I almost wonder if Vector was hoping that that 1% of the world that wasn't quite taken over by Eggman would, like, effectively be taken over by Eggman, just so he could get paid, make rent, and then, like, then the resistance can start. Like,
hey, hold on, guys. He hasn't paid me yet.
Resistance is great, but I need money.
Vector, why would he pay you? He owns 99% of the world.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think they'll ever see anything from it. They haven't in what, a decade and change. So I think that that check has expired by now. You know,
Absolutely.
It's not happening.
You know, if it hasn't been paid off in the last 19 years, if we're going by the Japanese release, I don't think there's really any chance.
Intro points out he owns 99% of the world and refuses to pay them. I mean, why would he at that point? Like, yeah, he's got plenty enough money to do so because he owns everything, but at that point he's just like, dude, I own the world. Do you really think I can't put up with you?
Yeah. Well, gee, you know, since I own the world, that means I can cancel my own debt.
That's true as well. Have you ever heard of student loan forgiveness? Well, I've decided to give myself a Chaotix loan forgiveness.
He totally would.
What? No.
That was like his first order of business.
Yep. Like, debt, all of my debts of Eggman Industries Incorporated and Ivo, Eggman, Robotnik, and all related properties are hereby cancelled.
Absolutely.
Swift, I'd love to see you take him to a court in the world that he literally controls, because he therefore controls the courts as well.
Yeah, you got a bit of a kangaroo court system going on. That's right, all the jurors are kangaroos.
That would be an interesting little, you know, thing.
That sounds like a sight gag Sonic Boom might have done.
Ever-lovingly, it would have done that. Boom was unapologetically, like, fourth wall breaking and just bent the rules so far that they didn't exist half the time. And I loved it.
Good show.
Indeed. Alberto, back when we were in the Electric Sphere stage, says that it was Gravity Core time. Yeah, I mean, it could be called the Gravity Core, and it is a nice little call out to the one ship that all Sonics fall for, which is Sonic X Gravity.
I know, right? No, no, no.
Jolly good show, says Introgeist.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, don't want to go back up there.
Yeah, no, certainly not.
Ow. See, I know, like, certain routes in Lava Reef are Knuckles exclusive for obvious reasons, but I always thought, like, as Supersonic, or especially as Hypersonic, that you should just be able to plow right through them, because Hypersonic is basically just... annihilation force. Like there's nothing you can do.
No, there's just certain walls that only Knuckles knows how to penetrate, no matter what.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Swift says that they would wait until Sonic and his friends beat Eggman's rear end and not care about the power of vacuum. You know what? That's fair.
That is pretty fair, yeah.
Because once Eggman goes back to being the 1%, then you're pretty well in good company.
Yeah. Oh. Shield, I want you.
Yeah,
There we go.
the Lava Reef is definitely a place you want a fire shield.
Thankfully, I don't have to worry about accidentally running into Super Emerald Rings after this stage is over.
That's very true.
Been pretty good at avoiding them so far.
Yeah. Robert H. with the reference to Knuckles' theme. Knuckles is rougher than the rest of them. That better than the best of them and tougher than leather.
You know it, Robert. Damn Skippy, as they would say. Reminded me of my old Sonic Adventure skits I did for the LP of that game. That was some good ass. Damn Skippy.
Gamer Boy augmenting their own swear counter.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's always exciting right when it's about to hit 100, so I can...
Oh, I see what they were going for. They hit the funny number.
Oh, okay, yeah. Once it hits funny number, and then once it hits 100, like, those are the two benchmarks that really, you know, just draw up some excitement.
Yeah. I try not to swear too much. It does happen.
It sure do.
Swift asks, is Knuckles tougher than tanned cattle skin? I mean... that's basically leather.
Yeah, that would be,
I'm wondering if I read that wrong, and they're like, what do you mean tougher than tanned cattle skin? Like, that, because it doesn't really make that much sense. Like, it's kind of a weird thing to compare them to. Like, why not steel or a rock, or, you know...
Yeah, just a verbose way of saying leather. Oh, there we go.
Alberto says that they never really liked the designs of Sonic Boom. Knuckles essentially changed, not only literally, but changed from a fearsome guardian into a box, or that can box, into a complete idiot that shows off. I like my interpretation where he's just in a box. Gonna throw that out there. But that aside the point, I feel that Knuckles is definitely one of the many sources of the very much present comic relief in Sonic Boom that they could have done with a little less of, in my opinion.
I mean, it's an alternate universe. I think that, you know, you can play around a little more with that kind of shit. If you're
well,
not...
absolutely. And I'm not saying you can't play around with it, but I do have to say, like, as a Knuckles fan, that had to have hurt. Oh no.
I'm too good at that.
You got trapped. You got trapped.
I have not fallen into the helix in fucking years.
Well, time to reset the days since last fallen helix counter.
Apparently.
You know.
I was too focused on the conversation with Boom Knuckles, apparently. Not that I don't have enough rings, it's just...
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in my skill. I should be better than that.
Intro Guy says, appropriately, that change can be worked if done correctly. And Boom Knuckles sometimes work. Yeah, like there are certain times where Boom Knuckles is like absolutely brilliant. Like when they're playing soccer and he points out that Amy taking a verbose moment to point out that females are generically seen as worse at sports actually counteracts her whole point of pointing it out. Because it's like, oh, well, you're pointing it out, so that means it's not the norm, and therefore you aren't really solving your own problem.
You're making it seem as though you're the exception and not the status quo.
Exactly.
It was a great moment. I like his characterization, honestly. You know, if it were mainline Knuckles, then you know that would be a bit weirder. Yeah. But since he's his own Knuckles.
Yeah, and I do feel like I'm not trying to put anybody down, because obviously, as a Sonic fan, I too was like, what the hell did they do to Knuckles? But you do have to remember, this is, as Skull just said, a different universe. This isn't the Knuckles that we all know and love that's been around since Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's a brand new Knuckles that exists in this alternate dimension where there just is someone who looks like Knuckles and shares the name. It's not necessarily that Knuckles, it's just a Knuckles.
For sure. Yeah, like Sonic Boom, you know, had an assignment, and I think that you know, they fulfilled that assignment.
Yeah, it's a great show. I'm actually rewatching it slowly now. Yeah. Introgrize says the only character that they think's change is genuinely worse is Shadow, since he's just an ass who's aggressive towards Sonic for absolutely no reason and just hates that he has friends. You know what? I honestly agree, and like every Shadow fan in the world will agree with you on that one, because Shadow just is there for no reason, is on the evil side for no reason, and just hates Sonic because he has friends. If he's that lonely, then there's a lot better ways to get friends than pulverizing people.
I haven't seen the Shadow episodes, so I'm not really uppity on his characterization, but from what I understand, it is pretty different.
Episodes. Yeah, he doesn't show up for very long, so he doesn't get much characterization. But what we did get was kind of abhorrent.
Abhorrent. Oh man, that's a pretty strong word.
Switch says that they preferred the band name Dreamboat Express rather than Duditude. Admittedly, I kind of agree with you. I mean, it sounds a lot less like upbeat, and definitely sounds like a 90s thing as Dreamboat Express to me. But it just, I don't know, it just sounds cool.
I'm not sure what you're really referring to, but you know, you're entitled to your opinion.
In Sonic Boom, the three of them have to form a band.
Oh, okay. So those are the like the perspective names of it.
Yeah, basically they have to. They form Dreamboat Express thinking that they could like steal attention away from Justin Bieber, obvious reference. And that didn't really work, and they found out that he was hypnotizing people by his music, and that the only way to stop him was with rock. So they changed into Duditude.
Gotcha. Yeah, we are getting pretty close to Fun Fridays here, and I still got 2 whole zones to go, so I definitely didn't start this early enough.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It happens.
Yeah, this wouldn't be the first time, to be honest.
Internet says the part of them actually wishes Boom continued, especially since they started adding other versions of canon characters like Vector. Yes, one of the things that ticks me off so much about Boom, and I know they didn't know at that point in time before someone points it out, but the very last scene of Season 2, the last season that we get, Eggman says, oh well, there's always the next season. No, there is not.
Yeah.
And it's like such an unfortunate last line out of the series, because it's like,
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, we've got more time to do stuff. No, you don't.
Very unfortunate.
Alberto says, speaking of changes, did you know that Legend of Zelda TV show in '89 changed Link from a silent Celtic knight who only speaks with triumph into a stubborn, sassy jerk who constantly shows Zelda off? I didn't know that. That's kind of a funny thought. Just a Link that's like, look at me, I have Zelda!
And, like, you know, it's a thing. He's kind of an arrogant ass.
Yeah.
Knuckles waving us off. I like one of Brent's stream redeems, where he's like, you know, it just shows off how much of a fucking creep Link is in that show. Where he's like, it's like a clip where he's like, "Hey Zelda, give me a kiss," and you know, he then like jumps at her trying to smooch her, and then she like screams, runs away.
Jesus, man.
That is not appropriate behavior, and never has been.
I'm just like, I get you want to kiss, man, but you don't have to go, like, A, demanding one, and B, then going to lunge for it and basically giving Zelda, like, zero choice in the matter.
Yeah, for real, Link. Thought you were supposed to be the hero.
Mephiles says that is where "excuse me, princess" came from.
Absolutely.
That, you know, that makes sense.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Swift says that there's, either they are surprised or are we surprised that Zelda hasn't gotten a restraining order against that version of Link. I mean, I wouldn't blame her if she went to the courts and filed a restraining order against him, just like, get out of my castle.
Well, you know, she's the princess, she doesn't have to... I guess if restraining orders are a thing in the very, you know, ancient based Hylian court system of that universe. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
She'd probably just throw him in the dungeon if she really wanted to.
This is true. Swift asks if Link's fairy had a thing for him in that show. I would have no idea. I never watched it.
Not sure whatsoever.
Gamerboy, thanks for coming by. They are sliding over to KN's stream. But thanks for the streams.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Hope that you liked what you saw, and I look forward to seeing you whenever you happen by next. And that goes for anybody who understandably wants to switch over to Fun Fridays. I did not mean to run on for this long.
Yeah, you're fine, man. I'm gonna stay right here because I can actually be like an active part of the fun. Not gonna lie, that's something that I'm very much enjoying about getting more involved with the communities. It's just like, I can actually be a part of these things.
That's one way to think about it.
Leo has a question about Peach. What you got?
Go on, my dude. If no one else is the queen, doesn't that mean she's technically a queen? But you know, that's a fairly good point too, because it's not the Mushroom Principality, so you can't make that argument.
Yeah, it is the Mushroom Kingdom, so it has to be a sovereign.
For sure, just a Mushroom King we never fucking see apparently.
Yeah.
There is one mentioned in the manual for Mario 1, like the NES version.
Yeah.
But you know, again, he's just never shown.
Poor Vinny. I don't know if that was intentional, but he typoed Shadow. Because I just got his going live notification, and it's SHDAOW.
Oops.
Shadow.
So wait, like, is he live right now? You're saying, or?
Yeah, Vinny's live for his half of Fun Friday.
Oh, okay. He's gonna stream his perspective too. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's doing after it. I think he said he's doing Kingdom Hearts for.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, Rachel Shielder was telling me when I was streaming yesterday that he was gonna do Kingdom Hearts.
As far as I'm aware, he's doing Kingdom Hearts today.
So. That'll be fun.
Yeah, should be.
I will go grab Vindo's link for you. Just give me 1 second and I'll grab you that link from Hyrule.
Hey, I see what you did there.
It's a really dumb joke, but
You know, we were just literally talking about Zelda, so you gotta grab those opportunities when you can. And also, I fucking fell down here again. The precision platforming of Supersonic, am I right? Here I am trying to hurry up, and then I keep making these goddamn mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you lose your train of thought there, Dylan?
Yeah, I absolutely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, man.
It's all good.
I was
Okay.
just like, I have no idea what the hell was supposed to come after that okay, but it wasn't
Well.
okay.
So speaking of okays, Wildstyle says, okay, I gotta go now. Bye, Skull. Good luck with the rest of your run. Thank you, Wildstyle. I hope you had fun here. And if you happen by another time, I look forward to seeing you next. So,
Yeah.
catch you later. If Mario married Princess Peach and they became rulers, then the Mushroom Kingdom would be a far happier place than having Bowser trying to wreck it. I don't think that would really stop Bowser from.
No.
Yeah, no, he's out for blood.
If anything, like, in my opinion, it would, like, piss him off that much more. Like, that plumber married the princess? What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah, no, that would just give him more motivation.
Yeah. Because, like, I'm sorry, like, gotta think back, like, Mario 64, he kidnaps Peach on the man's birthday, and Peach is like, hey, come and have some cake, and Bowser's like, no. You've got Mario Galaxy, where it's just like, oh, it's the Brilliant Star Festival, it only happens, you know, once every now and again, and it's gonna be gorgeous, and Peach and Mario are just there having a grand old time, and Bowser is just like, fuck that, none of that, please. So I don't see him even letting them have, like, a proper running. Like, he's definitely gonna crash the party and have none of it.
For sure. Swift says, I prefer Peach X Bowser. That is, that's an interesting take you got there.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting headcanons of it, like, you know,
Yeah,
maybe Peach
like the
just
one
gets
where,
sick of
Oh,
Mario and then flees.
Oh.
What you're gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, the one where, they're really just pretending, and, the whole kidnapping scenario is their kink.
Oh, yes, that's basically what I was going after. It's like, she's just like, I'm sick of Mario, let's do this. Like, let's just go and have a fling.
Bonus points if
Cover up
it's, if it's, like, a three-way relationship with Mario.
Yeah. Like, Mario's also in on it.
Yeah. Oh, I see you have a princess. Looks like I'm gonna have to do some wiggle eyebrows saving.
I have nothing to say about that except for laughing.
And then poor Luigi is the one that thinks it's real.
Yeah.
They got to be nice to him.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, Mario.
Oh man, that dastardly Bowser's at it again, eh, Mario? We gotta stop him. Oh yeah, stop him, yeah.
How about you go catch us some ghosts?
Yeah, Luigi, you go take care of this over here. Don't worry, I've got everything handled.
Intro guy says, try and stop me, as he wiggles his eyebrow from Mario's perspective.
Stop me, Mario. And then the Peach is just exuberant over all these proceedings.
Well, yeah.
You know, she's about to have a good time.
So it says you think Bowser kidnaps Peach for just shits and giggles, but at least Bowser doesn't abuse Peach when he kidnaps her. That's fair, but this is also a children's property, so blatantly saying like Bowser kidnaps her and then does all sorts of unspeakable acts to her wouldn't really fly in the E rating.
Yeah, it really depends. God damn it.
Game freeze up on you?
No. Just...
Hell is going on?
Nah, just some stuff. Seems fine. Basically, I got some dust on my keyboard, so I thought that I got it all over my hand.
Oh, okay.
So I was just checking my hand to see if it was all right.
I'm glad your hand is fine.
Yeah, seems to be.
Intro guy says the plot of Odyssey is just Mario being jealous that neither of them are marrying him. I mean, maybe
That's
he
one way
can.
to
Like,
think about
maybe,
it.
yeah. Like, that's certainly one way to think about it, and also one of the things on my brain, for whatever reason, is, like, maybe, like, we don't know where Mushroom Kingdom is as far as, like, its legal statutes and stuff like that. Like, maybe an unusual relation like that would just be, like, not expected, you know? Like, you don't usually see, you know, an arch nemesis marrying their their enemy, you know, their target, I guess would be the word. It would definitely throw everything, yeah, it would throw everybody for a loop and be like, what? You what?
Biggest scandal in Mushroom Kingdom history. It was all pretend?
Yeah. Swift, I do believe Bowser did write down in his diary that he has feelings towards Peach. I don't know if he explicitly used love to describe them, but I do know he said he had feelings towards her. And Alberto says that now that they saw the full ending of Odyssey, they'd love to see it have a sequel where Mario does actually marry Peach in the end. As I said, I don't see Bowser letting that happen, but maybe if he's down for the count, they can just, like,
What a
you take
death
him?
that was, Jesus
No.
Christ.
Oh, I gotta watch this. Oh no!
Oh, what the hell?
You got that right somewhere you don't want it. Right
Man,
between like
speaking
and
of Sonic's secret relationship with that Spike bot, apparently.
yeah. Intro guy says, it was all pretend. Why were you shocked? They go kart and play tennis together all the time. You know what? That's honestly fair. Like, they do kind of, like, they
Yeah.
fool around on party games, they go golfing, they go on mini-kart tours, like, they have all sorts of random nonsense that just doesn't seem as high stakes as, well, I'm gonna take over the world!
For sure. We asked a former associate of Mario, Donkey Kong, about this, and he had this to say about the situation, and I quote, "Ooh ooh ah ah." Profound words from Mr. Kong.
Swift says, well, Sonic's infertile now. Yeah. That's kind of, if nothing else, he would not be continuing to move forward. Like, it makes sense that he would just, you know, lose a life, take a life there, because, like, that would hurt massive time, man.
Oh, for sure.
So he hit the magic reset button, and that just never happened.
Yeah.
He has 65 clones of himself just sitting on standby, and he was like, well, time to use one.
That's an interesting headcanon for the presence of lives.
Yeah, like, that's the best I've ever been able to get as far as lives are concerned, is that, like, Sonic just especially like after he meets up with Tails, like just has Tails have like, you know how Iron Man has like the Hall of Suits? Instead, it's like a Hall of Sonic and Tails's, and that's their life count. Is like how many of the clones are just sitting there ready to get data transfers from them, and you know, hit the reset button.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different headcanons when it comes to the life system. That's just what I use.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Swift, I don't think he's going to be having children anytime soon. For
Certainly.
many reasons, but that being one of them. Introgeist says, Sonic just walks up to his city and Spike Lady and goes, listen, you have spikes, I have spikes, we can make this work. And
Oh, God.
just blushes. Yeah, I mean, that's also a very interesting headcanon. It's just like, oh, he walks up to the Spiky Lady and he's like, woo. Like, that's just secretly his fetish for whatever reason.
Spike me harder, baby.
It's very interesting, Swift. Like, I've got to admit, like, as an adult, like, there are certain questions I have about the Sonic franchise as far as, like, the more adult side of things. Like, I'm not meaning, like, in the creepy way or, like, anything like that, but there are certain questions that's just like, how the heck would that even work?
Yeah.
How would, like, if Sega had the go-ahead for, like, okay, we're making an M-rated game, like, basically anything is good to go, like, we can go as nuts as we want as long as we don't, like, go into, like, X rating.
We don't want the AO Sonic game.
Yeah!
AO games don't sell, said Sega.
Yeah. So it says that would also mean Sonic doesn't like Amy due to her lack of spikes. See, I was kind of thinking that, like, maybe he just secretly doesn't like her because she combs her spikes back into, like, so that she has very flat spikes, and, like, that just turns him right off. Like, if she let her spikes just kind of go wild like they normally would, maybe.
Sorry, Amy, you're just not sharp enough.
Yeah. And then Introgeist, with another Amy-related comment, and going back a step from Amy to Rosie the Rascal, saying that Sonic would prefer Rosie over Amy because Rosie has a spike hammer. This is also a very interesting thought.
Well, he would prefer the psycho bitch from the alternate universe.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not Sega. I'm not allowed to make any of those calls. I have my own headcanons, but that's about it.
Interesting headcanons we got going on.
Oh, for sure. Like I was talking about during my Unleashed stream I did yesterday, I have a lot of random questions that float around my head. That is basically my headcanon. It's just me answering those random questions that pop in my head, and I'm just like, but what if?
Yeah,
And then
you know,
everything
some
that
of
comes
those are-
after that is my headcanon.
Some of those are interesting to think about.
Oh yeah, and some of them it's like, why did you think that?
Well, somebody has to.
This is true. You do know you can walk across the light bulb things with the electric field on, right?
That was very true. I definitely could have. The only thing that concerns me a bit is it's always like how the fucking things they shoot up the electricity, the lightning bolts. So you'd fucking think, you know, with the electric shield that wouldn't hurt Sonic, but they do for some reason.
Oh, they fixed that in the Origins version.
Oh, thank God, because I always thought that was one of the dumbest things ever. It's like it's a goddamn electrical attack. Like it shouldn't hurt him.
Yeah, and it does. Yeah, I think they even fixed that in the Genesis Classics collection, like the Mega Drive and Genesis Classics. Because I don't remember ever running into that, and I've played this game a decent handful of times.
Would have to be tested.
Yes, for sure. Not worth taking a risk for, I will agree with you there. Because you have to have an electric shield going into this fight. It's very useful, and going into the final battle, it is also very, very useful.
Yeah, incredibly. Ah, darn.
Yeah. Switch says, imagine fan art of Sonic and those stupid spikes that shoot up from the ground. I'm sure someone's done it. This fandom is both very cursed and amazing with the amount of random stuff that you can be like, oh, I wonder if someone's drawn insert literally anything here, and the answer is almost always yes.
They just got an incredible sense of imagination, you know?
Yeah. And some of it you wish they would have kept to the imagination, but that's that's for personal judgment. That hat guy has a irrelevant quip barely serving as an introduction. Welcome.
Hi, Josh. Sonic just gonna push his way off screen there.
I love Eggman's face there. He's just like, what? How?
What? He caught up?
Like, I know I said this, like, as, when Eggman says a similar thing in Sonic Unleashed, he's like, you know, how did you catch up? This is the literal fastest thing alive, dude. That should not be a surprise.
Certainly not.
Swift, I admittedly don't even know. Like, it just kind of came out of nowhere, the fetish for Sonic and Spikes. I think I might have admittedly started that, but I don't know. Oh, you did? Okay, because I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I said some dumbass thing that started it.
Well, no, because we were talking about the Mario, Peach, and Bowser.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
It's all just
My memory
fantasy.
is shit.
Alright, totally hardest boss in the game.
Yeah. And Intro did have something to say about it too, as well. Well, you are. Hold on. Do you go to Doomsday with just the Chaos?
Yep.
Okay. Josh says you did that way faster than the guy did.
I have a feeling I know who the guy
is. The guy is a reference to themselves? Question mark?
I don't think so. I think I know who the guy is. Would not be surprised if that was a reference to old Dark Side Phil. Generally a good idea to have a round.
Oh yeah.
100 rings.
Yeah. Not only, I always make sure that I get at least 100 just for A, extra life, because duh.
Of course.
Nice thing to have always. And B, it is like a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
You have to remember, your ring count is the true time limit here.
For sure. There we go.
And Eggman can be a pain in the ass, for sure.
Absolutely. Go!
Trying to catch up with... Oh, there you go. Never mind. Which, I always wonder what he was shooting at Sonic here, because not very much can hurt Super Sonic. Like, we know he had something in Unleashed that could, you know, draw the Chaos Emeralds out of him, but, like, what's he firing at him here? I gotta wonder.
What, the little energy beams?
The little, yeah,
or, well,
the little
beams.
balls.
Yeah, you know, they're just energy balls.
I don't know, maybe it is just like a pure energy, but lasers don't affect it. I don't know. I'm thinking about it way too much for a company that has no logic.
Yeah, a little too much logic there. Chaos seeking
missiles! Maybe.
Yeah, I can believe that Eggman would build that.
Yep. I don't feel like giving up yet!
You know, they just gravitate themselves to supersonic, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hit him right on the bottom of the bum there.
Intro guy says he's firing the egg orbs trademark.
Oh, for sure. Game beaten.
Nice. Only a half hour late.
676,000. Yeah, for real. I really thought that I could get that done in like an hour and a half.
Oh, Josh, you are indeed thinking about Noah N. Copeland's Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. That was an awesome game.
Brandon's seen it, whatever that was. Metal Sonic transforms into a massive form that can actually damage Supersonic.
Yep,
Yeah.
that would be Metal Sonic Kai.
I was really thinking about trying that out for Extra Life, but then I was like, you know, Big Mission seems a little more palatable. I'd like to be a little more familiar with Triple Trouble 16-bit before I actually like stream it, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good game. You can go play it. It's free.
Sure looks that way. Still haven't tried it. Really mean to. I got like a bunch of shit to do though.
Oh, I feel that. I admittedly, when Vin told me he was gonna play it, I used that as an excuse to play through it myself, and I was like, I'm gonna bug test it for you. In reality, I was like, I'm definitely using this as an excuse to play this.
Well, you know.
Swift says Eggman didn't learn his lesson with Chaos to try not to release a world-destroying god and expect them to listen to him. He hasn't learned that lesson so many times over. Like, he's unleashed so many, like, big forces that he's just like, and they're gonna serve me! And then they don't.
Yeah, Eggman really needs to learn. I think he has by now, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah. It's like, there's only one way to find out.
See if he goes back to that well.
But I think especially, like, post-Time Eater in Generations, he more or less has learned his lesson. Like, don't mess with things that are that far over your head, because, like, the Time Eater kind of trapped him in nothingness for quite a little while, so I imagine that wasn't fun.
So like the one time he actually like kind of succeeded though at taming the beast.
Yeah, that's very much true, because the Time Eater was kind of chill until Supersonic plowed into it.
Yeah, it didn't betray him at all. And as far as we know, Time Eater was just outright destroyed. So
yeah, that's true. Swift, Dark Gaia punches Eggman straight into the Shadow Realm.
I'll send him to the Shadow Realm. Don't forget about the Deadly Six. Yeah. Well, that was kind of like a... Wasn't it like, oh man, they betrayed Eggman, and then like it was actually a trick against Sonic, and they were really working together the whole time. I don't know.
Not really. More Eggman played them more than they thought he did.
Yeah. I remember now.
Once Sonic kicked off the Cacophonous Conk, they were like, okay, we're gonna annihilate Eggman, and Eggman was like, oh, I can use this to my benefit, because he's just like, I'm gonna be wherever Sonic is, and then they're gonna chase him, because they hate him more than me. And it worked out in his favor, because by the time the Deadly Six were done with Sonic, they were too exhausted to deal with Eggman.
Yeah. And there we go. Supersonic ending.
Yeah.
Never on stream before.
Chaos Control!
At least on my channel, because I know Josh is going to come in and be like, actually. And there's
actually.
our foreshadowing for the Knuckles playthrough, which I think is a very nice touch.
Yeah, which I think is also somewhat weird that, like, this, in order for Knuckles to have a playthrough, if that is the canon route, then it's also canon that Sonic never got Hyper Form.
Yeah. I think that's basically what's
canon is
what it's
weird.
been agreed on. That yeah, the Sonic canon is so super weird. But since the game is beaten now, goodness gracious, Dylan, do you have a link?
For the can stream?
Yeah, for
Or
Sonic Song.
Yep, let me go grab that. I have, this is Vindo's side. I have that link. I will be over there in all likelihood in the chat. I don't know what you're up to, Skull.
And I'll be heading on over, at least for like a little bit in the Sonic Song chat, to say hi.
Okey-dokey.
So no Q&A this time around. We're just gonna, you know, let you hop on over to see Among Us with the Sonic Song crew, and on Vinny's perspective, and I guess he's doing Kingdom Hearts after Among Us ends. Yeah, goodness, it went on for a little longer than planned, but it was still a nice time here. So, Dylan, thank you so much
Yeah.
for stepping inside here.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me. It's always fun.
Oh yeah, always you're 100% welcome to just drop on in whenever I am like, hey, anyone can drop on in. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Don't want to keep you around for too long. So with all that said, enjoy Fun Fridays in TGIF. I may hop on Vinny's side there once Among Us is done. Who knows? But until then,
Yep.
I have been skull902.
And I've been Dylan Bradley.
Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.